Simply Red frontman Mick Hucknall has revealed he's suffering from long COVID. The singer was forced to cancel several shows last month after he contracted the virus and says he's still experiencing symptoms now, including a racing heart and sleepless nights. 3. Mick Hucknall told fans last night that he and 5 members of the 6-strong Simply Red band all tested positive for CovidCredit, Getty. 3. Mick and his Simply Red bandmates in 1994 credit, Alamy. Mick, 61, said, "I've got long COVID. I go to bed and wake up in the night with my heart going ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. I just have to grab 2 or 3 hours sleep when I can." Heart palpitations and insomnia are 2 of the most common symptoms of long COVID, which can last for weeks or months after the coronavirus infection has gone. But otherwise, the Holding Back the Years singer seemed in great health as he performed to a packed crowd at London's O2 Arena on Wednesday night. The concert should have taken place on February 19 but was postponed due to COVID infection amongst the band and crew. Mick told fans last night that he and 5 members of the 6-strong Simply Red band all tested positive. Only guitarist Steve Lewinson escaped the virus. The show was attended by a host of stars, including reality star Gemma Collins and TV presenter Ruth Langsford. Gemma rocked out with fiancé Rami Hawash as Simply Red performed a host of classic hits including Money's Too Tight to Mention, Fairground and Something's Got Me Started. Ruth was there on a girls' night out and posted several fun pictures on her Instagram, telling her followers, "So good to be out." Also in the audience was Mick's 14-year-old daughter Romy, who he shares with his wife Gabriella Westbury. After performing the band's popular song For Your Babies, he told last night's O2 audience, "My baby is here tonight, but she's not a baby, she's as tall as me." Mick, who started the show with the band's 2004 hit Home, told the audience, "We've made it." After the Jinx concert was postponed 4 times. The tour was originally planned for 2020 but was put back to 2021 when COVID struck. When those dates also proved unworkable, it was rescheduled for 2022. It was held up a 3rd time after the band contracted COVID and then postponed for the 4th time after the O2 was forced to shut when its roof was ripped off during Storm Eunice last month. The venue was forced to cancel several gigs, including Simply Red and rapper Dave. Repairs were made allowing live events to continue, but 60 shops in the O2's shopping area remain shut while essential work continues. Mick said his voice was in great shape, despite the lengthy layoff. He explained, "Not long ago, I did a full vocal warm-up for the first time in 3 years. My wife and daughter had to leave the house because I was making so much noise. But I was so happy with the results. I'm hitting all the notes I used to hit and the power is still there." The All the Hits Live tour sees the band performing at venues around the UK until August. Meanwhile, Mick revealed he is also working on a new album, the band's first since the release of Blue-Eyed Soul in 2019. The silky-voiced singer, whose last single release was the 2020 pandemic anthem Earth in a Lonely Space, has been busy writing new material during the lockdowns. He said, "When I was writing Earth in a Lonely Space, I put all my energy into making that one song sound great. I didn't want to spread myself too thinly, so I just worked on single tracks. I didn't know whether I'd end up with 4 songs or 12, but I seemed to come up with all these ideas that represented who I am and where I'm from. In the end, I had no reason not to make an album." The Manchester-born performer added, "If Blue-Eyed Soul was a tribute to American funk, the new songs are written from the perspective of a boy from Denton, East Manchester, who has gone out into the world. That's the angle." Simply Red, who formed in 1985, were one of the biggest bands of the 1980s and 90s, and their 1991 release Stars is one of the best-selling albums in UK chart history. They split after performing a farewell tour in 2010 and then went on a 5-year hiatus. They were sparked back into performing again by the 30th anniversary of their debut album Picture Book and reunited in 2015. Tickets for the Simply Red Tour 2022 All the Hits Live. Available at simplyred.com. 3. The Manchester-born performer was glad to be back on stage in front of a crowd. Credit, Pacific Coast News.